My pleasure to have you today, listener. Really glad you're tuning in. Okay, let's just dive right in. How many years of your life have you, watched slip by, lost to those words, I'll start tomorrow? Because what if I told you that very phrase, that feeling of being stuck, that potential just sitting there?
Yeah.
What if I told you someone actually turned that into a fictional, but maybe disturbingly real $1 million empire? While for most of us, it's just this slow, quiet death of dreams, right?
Yeah.
For this one character, it's literally a business model. So forget the deep dive, forget the debate labels for a sec. Welcome to Enchanted Life Inside. Today, we're not just exploring ideas, we're trying to ignite a spark, maybe weave a story right into the fabric of your own potential. Picture this, okay? A slow zoom on a calendar. Big, bold, red letters screaming, pending forever.
Right. Sounds absurd.
Totally absurd, like something out of a stand-up routine.
Yeah.
And yeah, people laughed at this character, let's call him Mr. Tomorrow. His business, get this, a $999 calendar. Super luxury, bespoke.
$9.99 for a calendar?
Exactly. And every single day, every day of the year, stamps with just one word, pending.
Pending.
Pending, year after year. He wasn't selling calendars, was he? He was selling hope without action.
The illusion.
The illusion. And
Yeah.
we bought it. We bought into this idea that tomorrow holds all the answers, the perfect conditions, all the readiness we think we need. And honestly, I saw myself in his customers, big time. The gym memberships, still shiny in the wrapper, never used.
We've all got those somewhere.
Totally.
Yep.
The online courses, stuck at a sad, 1% complete. A digital monument to good intentions, right?
Yeah, I'll get to it later pile.
Exactly. And the dream project.
Yeah.
That brilliant idea you've got, still stuck in the foundation phase for, well, let's just say it's been longer than a year. Maybe even 7 years.
Oof, 7 years is a long foundation phase.
Right. Does that sound familiar? Because I think it hits home for a lot of adults today. How many years have you actually lost to that promise of tomorrow? Mr. Tomorrow built his fictional empire on it, but where are you? Still building the foundation in year 7. So today, we're not just here to talk, we're investing in you, in your time, your energy, your potential. This isn't just some story, it's a mirror, and hopefully it's also a map. So if this resonates, if you're tired of that pending stamp on your life, please hit that follow button right now for Enchanted Like Inside. Don't miss what's coming next. And seriously, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Have you been caught in this tomorrow trap? Your insights, they really help us understand each other, and honestly, they help this channel grow. We really want to hear from you. Okay, let's unpack this. Mr. Tomorrow's story. It's not just a funny anecdote, is it? It's actually a pretty chilling look at a universal psychological trap.
It really is.
It's why we sign up for the gym, buy the course, jot down the brilliant idea, and then just let it gather dust. This constant postponement.
And what's fascinating here is the core mechanism. It's often not about avoiding the work itself. It's about, in a very clever subconscious way, avoiding the possibility of failure.
Ah, okay. Say more about that.
Well, think about it. If you never actually start the business or launch the project or, try to master the skill, it stays perfect in your mind, right?
Yeah, it's pristine, untouched.
Exactly. It can't fail if it never begins. It's protected from the messiness of actually doing it, protected from judgment, from the difficult process of making mistakes and learning.
So it raises a big question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How much of our own procrastination is really just a shield? A shield against feeling like we're not good enough or against perceived failure?
Precisely. Are we sacrificing actual learning, the growth that comes from wrestling with the hard stuff, just to keep this illusion of potential alive, potential that's never actually tested?
That nails it. And the sources, they paint this picture so vividly. That $999 calendar with pending everywhere, it stops being funny and starts looking like a blueprint for how we live. It's the gym memberships we keep paying for. The direct debits just keep rolling, but the trainers never see us. The equipment sits there, covered in dust.
Silent testament.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's the online courses at 1% complete. Digital monuments to ambition that just fizzled out. And those spreadsheets, the ones titled Foundation Phase, meticulously formatted, but completely blank, year after year. Yet somehow, we feel like we're making progress because we thought about it, we planned it.
Right. The planning feels like action. It scratches that itch momentarily.
Yeah. And it connects right back to that feeling of, okay, how do I stop procrastinating now? We're always looking for the magic bullet, the perfect trick to just start. But the starting itself, it just keeps receding.
And this isn't just a personal feeling. It's almost a cultural thing now. We see these images of overnight success everywhere, right?
And definitely, all the time.
And ironically, that just fuels this perfectionist procrastination. If we don't feel ready to launch something absolutely flawless, well, we just delay, we put it off.
So we get stuck in this loop. We want the result, the success, the finished thing.
But we resist the actual process, the messy, imperfect, step-by-step grind required to get there. We become experts in thinking about doing things, building these elaborate mental castles.
Instead of actually laying the bricks.
Exactly. And that mental payment, that I'll do it tomorrow subscription, it's a hidden cost. Not just money, but lost potential. The weight of dreams that just sit there.
So if you boil it all down, what are we actually doing? We're paying with money, with our time, which is finite, and with our mental energy just to keep this subscription going. A subscription to promises for a tomorrow that, let's be honest, probably isn't coming in the way we imagine.
We're funding the illusion?
Yeah. Funding the illusion of future action. Instead of investing right now in actual present progress, we're signing up for a life permanently stuck on pending. Our best ideas, our biggest dreams, always just over the horizon, protected by that convenient lie of, I'll get to it.
And it's a costly subscription indeed, not just financially, but in the life we could be living.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. When now he's the protagonist, the one who actually built Tomorrow Inc. In the story, when he walked into that big empty virtual office, 19 empty seats, all perfectly lined up.
Right, the visual is striking.
It really is. He wasn't just seeing a weird business model. He was seeing us. He was seeing all those hours we spend in planning meetings with ourselves, meetings that produce nothing but more plans, more what-ifs.
The endless strategizing.
Exactly. He was seeing those Notion projects, all beautifully tagged, glowing on the screen, but totally blank inside. All the appearance of productivity, none of the actual work. Those empty chairs, they felt like ghosts, didn't they? Ghosts of our own unstarted projects, our unlived passions.
And if we connect that image to the bigger picture, it really highlights what you might call the overcome foundation phase trap. It's so easy to get lost in the idea of doing something.
Oh yeah, the planning, the research.
The perfect setup, the flawless strategy. You get so absorbed in crafting that perfect beginning that the actual first step, it becomes this huge, intimidating monster.
It really does.
That's a classic case of mistaking planning for progress. We tell ourselves, I'm being thorough, I'm building a solid foundation, but really, we're building a mental wall. A wall so high, so perfectly constructed that we can't possibly climb over it to take that first messy step.
So the meticulous planning isn't prep work. It's actually just another form of procrastination, a really sophisticated one.
Absolutely. It indefinitely postpones the moment of imperfect action. And by doing that, it delays the chance of real failure, which ironically is often the fastest way to learn and actually succeed.
And that line from the sources delivered in year 7, we don't have revenue yet, we're still building the foundation. Brutal. I mean, 7 years, that's not a foundation, that's an archaeological dig.
Yeah.
It really holds up a mirror, doesn't it? I laughed when I first read that, until I stopped. And I really looked at my own, like, how many somedays have I collected?
We all have that shelf, yeah.
The books I'll read someday, the skills I'll learn someday, the trips, always someday.
Yeah.
How many of your dreams are still stamped, bending, just sitting there? It's a total logical paradox when you think about it.
It is.
We desperately want success, that feeling of accomplishment. But we're terrified of the very first, probably imperfect step that could lead there, because that step might expose us. It might show we're not perfect.
So we choose the false comfort of staying put.
Exactly. Over the discomfort, the challenge of actually growing. So, okay, we've shown a light on this tomorrow trap. The big question then is, how do we break free? How do we stop building our own little Tomorrow Inc. inside our heads and start building something real right now?
And the answer isn't necessarily more planning.
Right. Because we've seen how the perfect plan can be the trap. The core problem seems to be this. You mistake planning for progress. You believe, maybe subconsciously, that perfection is required before you can act.
You need the whole blueprint, every step mapped out.
Yeah, every what-if answered before you even dare touch the first brick. You convince yourself it's diligence, but maybe it's delay.
And this is where the urgency kicks in, the agitate part of the equation. The hard truth is, every single day you spend perfecting that plan in your head. Someone else is out there actually doing it. Messily. Imperfectly.
Failing forward.
Failing forward, exactly. Learning faster, iterating, adapting. They might already be 7 years ahead in real-world experience while you're still polishing page 1 of the blueprint.
Ouch. Yeah.
Their messy start, full of mistakes, it consistently outpaces your perfect unexecuted plan every single time. They've built, shipped, learned, maybe failed spectacularly, and rebuilt half a dozen times.
While your perfect idea is still just an idea. Theoretical. Stagnant.
Which forces that question. What if the perfect plan is actually the enemy of the good enough start? What if all that endless preparation just becomes another way to procrastinate?
We rationalize it.
Yeah.
Just a bit more research, need the right tool.
And it leads straight to analysis paralysis, that bottomless pit that stops us from ever taking the first real step.
Okay, so problem, mistaking planning for progress, agitation. The cost of delay is huge and compounding. What's the solve? How do we actually escape this?
The answer, it seems, lies in cultivating what you called messy momentum.
Messy momentum, I like that.
It's not about ditching strategy entirely. It's about creating systems, maybe little tricks that make starting easier than not starting.
Okay, easier than not starting. How?
It's about prioritizing imperfect action over perfect inaction. Think about it. One small step, even if it's clumsy, even if it's not quite right, it generates a tiny bit of momentum.
Right, like pushing a stalled car. The first bit is the hardest.
Exactly, and that tiny bit of momentum is way easier to maintain and build on than trying to summon this huge effort from a dead stop. It's about lowering the barrier to entry, making the first action so small, so insignificant, it feels almost silly not to do it.
Forget the whole journey for a second.
Just focus on the first messy step. Laser focus. That's the core of it. That's the messy momentum method.
And what's really cool is that this isn't just some personal productivity hack, is it? It lines up with how actual creation happens, how successful ventures often start.
Absolutely. You look at someone like Naval Ravikant, highly respected entrepreneur, investor. He often advises startups, stay small until you figure out what's working.
Stay small, not plan big.
Right. He builds on Steve Blank's idea of a startup not being a company executing a plan, but an organization searching for a scalable and repeatable business model.
Searching, like an experiment.
Precisely. It's a huge shift in perspective. Instead of trying to scale some grand, unproven idea from day one, you treat it like a series of experiments. You form a hypothesis, you test it in the real world, you get feedback, you learn, and crucially, you adapt, you iterate.
Which sounds a lot less intimidating than launch flawlessly.
It is, and this applies directly to our personal projects, our pending dreams. They're experiments too, searching for what works. The early stages are supposed to be uncertain.
We need to embrace that then. The not knowing.
Yes. Embrace the exploration. Test your ideas. Iterate based on what actually happens. Don't just aim for this perfect, polished launch. So many people approach their goals like they need the final product ready on day one.
Yeah, the full website, the perfect logo, the whole 9 yards.
But Naval's wisdom, drawing on Blank, says the first phase is all about discovery. What resonates? What problem are you really solving? What actually works? Get data from the messy reality, not just your perfect plan.
So it changes how you even define success early on. It's not about instant growth.
It's about learning. It's about long-term sustainability, building a solid understanding of what actually works through small, continuous actions, even if each step feels tiny.
So the perfectionism that keeps us stuck in the foundation phase.
It's the exact opposite of how successful things usually begin. You don't design every single floor of a skyscraper in perfect detail before you pour the concrete. You start with a solid, adaptable foundation and build, learning, and adjusting as you go.
Make forward motion, even if it's just a shuffle.
Better than standing still, paralyzed by perfection.
Okay, let's dig into these core principles from Naval Ravikant then, because they seem like a powerful antidote to this whole tomorrow trap. First up, wealth, freedom, purpose. It's not just about money, is it?
No, not in the way we often think. Naval is really clear. Wealth buys your freedom. That's the goal.
Freedom, not fur coats and Ferraris.
Exactly. It's about becoming your own sovereign individual, being free from the 9-to-5 grind, free to use your time pursuing what actually fulfills you. He defines wealth as businesses and assets that can earn while you sleep.
Earning while you sleep. That's the key differentiator from just having a high-paying job.
Right. It's about liberating your time, your life from that direct hours for dollars exchange. That's the ultimate escape hatch.
And he makes this interesting distinction between wealth creation and status games. Can you explain that?
Yeah, this is crucial. Many people get stuck thinking wealth is a status game, a zero-sum competition. Like there's a fixed pie, and for me to get more, you have to get less.
Right, like fighting over ranks in a hierarchy.
Precisely. But true wealth creation, Naval argues, is a positive sum game. Think about houses. Everyone can potentially have one. Building more houses makes it easier, more efficient for everyone. Wealth, done right, creates abundance. It's not theft.
So money is just the scorekeeper, the transfer mechanism.
It's the transfer mechanism, an IOU from society for value you've genuinely created. Which leads to that provocative question. Are our pending dreams just unplayed positive-sum games? Are we holding back because we're wrongly seeing it as a zero-sum fight?
That's a powerful reframe. And he suggests people who attack wealth creation are often playing status games themselves.
Often, yes. If someone doesn't believe they can create wealth ethically, maybe it's easier to tear down the whole idea, claim it's all evil. But genuine wealth creation expands the pie for everyone.
Like the examples he gives: antibiotics, smartphones, things even kings didn't have.
Exactly. That's wealth created through ingenuity, technology, hard work. Today, someone with modest means often lives better than royalty did centuries ago. That's the result of positive-sum wealth creation. It's about generating abundance, a game worth playing, ethically.
Okay, this next one really hits hard for anyone waiting for luck or the perfect moment. Neville says making money isn't about blind luck.
Right. It's about becoming the kind of person who makes money. It's a skill set, a mindset you actively cultivate.
He even says if he lost everything, he could rebuild it because he is that person now. Wealthy in 999 out of 1,000 universes.
It's a powerful concept. And his breakdown of the 4 kinds of luck, drawing from Mark Andreessen, really dismantles the excuse of waiting for luck.
Okay, let's hear them.
1. Blind luck, pure chance, totally out of your control, stumbling on treasure.
Okay, can't do much about that one.
2. Luck from hustling, just being in motion, trying things, stirring the pot, creating more surface area for luck to hit you.
Makes sense. More action, more chances.
3. Luck from preparedness. Past year's chance favors the prepared mind. Building skills and knowledge so when an opportunity appears, you can actually see it and seize it.
Okay, so being ready when luck strikes.
And 4, this is the most powerful. Luck from unique character and reputation. Building such a specific brand, such deep expertise that luck finds you.
How does that work?
His example. If you're the world's best deep-sea salvage expert, finding a treasure ship is blind luck for the world, but the call coming to you to salvage it, that's not luck. You created that opportunity through who you are.
So you become a magnet for certain kinds of opportunities.
Exactly. That 4th kind becomes deterministic. It becomes destiny. You build your character. Think Warren Buffett, so opportunity seeks you out. Deals come to him.
And wealth isn't a lottery win.
No, it stacks up one chip at a time. It's the compound effect of continuous learning, creating, investing over a long period. Small advantages consistently applied.
So stop waiting for the lottery ticket.
And start building the machine that prints its own, one chip at a time. Actively cultivate the conditions for luck, don't just wait for it.
Okay, so bringing this back to Escaping Tomorrow, Inc. You won't get truly free just renting out your time, trading hours for dollars.
It ties your input directly to your output. You stop working, the money stops, you're not earning while you sleep.
True wealth needs equity. Owning a piece of something.
Yes, a piece of a business, a product, something that works independently of your direct time. And the amazing thing now, the internet has created new forms of leverage that don't require huge capital or hiring armies of people.
Which makes you wonder, are our pending projects just unleveraged efforts?
Yeah.
Stuck because they rely only on our time?
It's a critical question. Naval talks about old leverage. Labor needing people to follow you, permissioned. Capital needing money from others, also permissioned.
Gatekeepers involved.
Exactly. But the new leverage, permissionless leverage, through products and media.
Like software, podcasts, videos, code.
Right. Create it once, and it can scale almost infinitely at near zero marginal cost. It works for you 24/7, reaching potentially millions without needing anyone's okay to publish or distribute.
This deep dive itself is an example. We record it once.
And anyone can listen, anytime, anywhere. Compare that to needing a election hall or a book deal. The internet democratized leverage.
Naval's line, "The robot army is already here. Code lets you tell them what to do." He means servers, data centers.
The digital infrastructure that multiplies your effort. And this leverage is often egalitarian, positive sum. You and Jeff Bezos get the same Google search results. The best products often serve the broad middle class, creating abundance.
Okay, so leverage is key.
Yeah.
But what do you leverage? This leads to specific knowledge.
Yes, this is crucial for carving your unique path. Specific knowledge isn't usually learned in school. It's found by following your genuine, maybe weird curiosity.
It's that thing that feels like play to you.
but looks like hard work to others. It's unique to you, often creative, technical, maybe on the bleeding edge.
Like his story about analyzing pizza places as a kid. His mom saw his business mind even when he didn't.
Exactly. That was his innate curiosity revealing his specific knowledge. An obsession with systems and value. It can't be easily trained or automated away.
And this ties into escaping competition through authenticity.
Beautifully. In a world obsessed with copying, Naval says, no one can compete with you at being you.
Wow.
If you build on your authentic, specific knowledge and passions, you become inimitable. Why fight in a crowded market trying to be generic when you can be the undisputed best at being uniquely you?
It's a powerful argument against just following trends.
Think of Joe Rogan or Oprah. Their success is deeply tied to their unique, authentic selves. Combine your vacation and avocation. Specialize in being you. Avoid the stupid games of cutthroat competition.
And specific knowledge is often learned through doing. Right. Apprenticeships, self-study.
Yes, hands-on experience. Getting so obsessed with something it feels like play. And his point about learn to sell, learn to build.
If you can do both, you're unstoppable.
That's the Silicon Valley engine, right? Builders who understand markets, sellers who understand the tech. If you know the thing and can communicate its value, that's a superpower.
So stop trying to fit a mold. Find what feels like play to you, but work to others. And double down on that. That's your specific knowledge.
Exactly. Invest in becoming uniquely indispensable.
Okay, final piece. We've got starting messy, using leverage, finding specific knowledge, but none of it's instant. The long game.
This underpins everything. Naval stresses, play long-term games with long-term people.
Why long-term?
Because all the big returns in life, wealth, relationships, knowledge come from compound interest, things building on themselves over time. That requires patience and consistency.
It builds trust too, right? Playing the long game.
Absolutely. It counters that get-rich-quick mentality that often fuels procrastination, waiting for the big win instead of making steady progress.
And this connects back to impatience with actions, patience with results.
Yes. It shifts your mindset from needing instant gratification to understanding compounded growth. Are you treating life like short sprints, burning out, or a marathon of strategic sprints with rest?
Act fast on inspiration.
But be patient for the results. Complex systems need time. Keep working even when rewards aren't obvious, trusting the compounding effect.
And the people you play this long game with matter hugely. High intelligence, energy, and integrity.
Can't compromise on any of the three, he warns. A smart, hardworking crook is still a crook.
Avoid the cynics and pessimists, too. Their beliefs are self-fulfilling.
Align with rational optimists, people with an action bias. And yes, work hard, but what you work on and who you work with are arguably more important than just raw hours.
It's about focused sprints, not endless grinding, like a lion hunting, then resting.
Inspiration is perishable. Act on it immediately. Don't let it become another pending item.
And that idea of setting an aspirational hourly rate to force prioritization.
It's a fascinating mental trick. Makes you value your time intensely. Outsource or ditch anything below that rate. Focus only on high-impact stuff.
Embrace accountability, too. Take risks under your own name. Skin in the game.
Society rewards that, he argues, with responsibility, equity, leverage. And in this age of leverage, judgment is the key skill. Knowing the long-term consequences.
Which comes from experience. Lots of tries.
Not just 10,000 hours repeating the same thing, but 10,000 experiments, learning from outcomes.
And the foundation for all this judgment and learning.
Reading, continuously. Read what you love until you love to read. Read foundational texts, economics, psychology, science. Don't just skim headlines.
The means to learn are abundant.
The desire is scarce. Cultivate that desire. Follow your curiosity. And remember, doing is faster than watching. Avoid the get-rich-quick schemes. That's just someone else getting rich off you. Be wary of advice sellers who don't actually do.
Wow. Okay, so pulling all this together, escaping the tomorrow trap, building this enchanted life inside. It's not about waiting for magic.
Not at all. It's about applying these timeless principles consistently.
One messy step at a time, turning pending into progress, turning tomorrow into right now.
Understanding that the real rewards come from action, ethical creation, and playing the long game. Moving from paralysis to purposeful, leveraged action.
As we wrap up today's deep dive on Enchanted Life Inside, I really hope you feel that surge of clarity, that urge, to move from pending to progress. Remember, this isn't just about wealth and dollars. It's about reclaiming your freedom, your potential, living your enchanted life. If this resonated, if you want more tools to build your own empire of right now, Please make sure you follow Enchanted Life Inside for our next conversation. And your comments, your thoughts, your struggles, your wins, share them below, seriously. They fuel this community, sharpen our understanding, and help us all grow. We really want to hear from you. I look forward to seeing you again soon, exploring more of these ordinary things that happen every day, but are, well, very much worth thinking about. Don't let your gravestone read, pending. Begin right now, because tomorrow never comes, only right now. Refusing to quit is how every great story begins. My name's Eli. Thanks everyone, see you next time.